this is the one that I've chosen to share today. So let me get these cleaned up and out of the way. Heritage of Unrest. It has some painted, I got some gesso on the front of it, and I probably could take that off, but that doesn't bother me. So this is just a vintage book that I picked up at a thrift store, which is where I get most of my art journal fodder or images or elements, whatever you call them, ephemera. And, you get the book, and inside, of course, you've got illustrations and all kinds of fun stuff. And I pull those out and punch the holes with I have a Zutter binder, journal binder, book binder, and that's what I use to make this type of journal. Now, I've switched over to this format, which is a larger form of, again, let's see, I don't know if I have one that's the thinner traveler's notebook size. Here, let me grab one of these. This size right here. It's kind of a smaller, narrower journal, which I have been using for years and years, and I love these, but I like this larger, wider format, and why not? Because you can do these larger, pieces in them. So yeah, I'm switching over to that. But for today, let's talk about this one. So this is I use these a lot in my journals. It's a library card. I don't think this one came with it. Pretty sure I got, here, look, Big Splash. Yeah, it's a different book altogether. But what I'll do, I know this kind of sounds a little crazy, but I'll go to one of our local thrift stores, and the ones that are run by, say, like the local senior citizen group or whatever, are usually really super affordable. Like, I'll get books for 25 cents each. Sometimes they'll have buy one, get one free. It's really cool. So what I'll do sometimes is I'll buy a lot of books that are library books that have these pockets, and they'll be usually they're on this first page here. And I'll take that page out and I'll save the pocket and the card, and then I'll redonate that book back to the thrift store. And then I'll have a nice collection of these vintage library pockets. That's just kind of a hint. I thought I'd throw that out there. That's a little bit like what this whole video is going to be about. I'm going to try not to take too long explaining, each page or whatever, but I just thought I'd start with that. This is an old library catalog card, the ones that used to be in the drawers when you wanted to look up a book. So I bought a stack of those from somebody on Etsy a few years ago. And even though I didn't put a journaling line piece on the back of that, I always had intended to, and I never actually got to it. This is from a book, a stamp, and this is from a Japanese cartoon book that I've had for years. I love having different types of languages and fonts in my journals, so just to kind of play around with that. And on a lot of my journals, my first page will be a pocket page where I'll put some of the idea, some of the things that I have an idea for that I want to use in this particular journal. I'll kind of fill it up with those and use it throughout the process of filling up my journal. And this is just an inventory card. Again, it was supposed to be a journaling card, but I kind of dropped the ball on that a bit. And then just some decor, a vintage playing card, an image from a book, a leaf, a cool old postage stamp. I buy my postage stamps on Etsy. There are lots of great shops on Etsy that you can grab some of these beautiful postage stamps from. So that's where I got that. And then just a vintage image and some Tim Holtz words. Another library card. And this one actually has some writing on it. So a little card, some decor, some children's books decor, some of my favorites. I'm not sure which one that one is. I think that's a book I read to my kids when they were little. And this is from, I think this is just from a poster or a nature book. Another pocket with some tags. And this was, I'm not sure, sometimes I'll grab a hold of things at thrift stores that have ephemera in it, and I'll just hold on to it because that's somebody's writing. I think that's really interesting. I love that. And this is from a package. I used to work retail, And I used to take some of the more interesting labels off of the boxes. Just a little picture, more words. I use butterflies a lot now. This journal is actually a couple of years old. So some tissue paper. There's some pretty fonts on this page from the original book. This is a painted page that I like to put in my journals, and then you can just embellish it and it's already pre-painted. Some journaling, butterfly, another pocket, another tag. This one feels very fall. I must have made this in the fall a few years ago. More tags, an impromptu pocket just taped on there or glued on. Some images. Oh, I love this stamp. It's a monkey. I think it's from Thailand. Oh, I love that. And these are from some napkins that I just kind of pulled those off of the napkins and adhered to the page. And this page was from a vintage gardening book that I put some holes in and popped in here. And then this is a picture of my garden a few years back. Wow, well, here's the date finally, 2017. This is just a picture I took one year when it was kind of cold out. So yeah, this is this was probably a winter one. Yeah, this is a winter journal. Vintage playing card, words. This is from a poster, a botanical from a poster, little bird, mushrooms. And this was a file folder I got. Pretty sure I got this like in the dollar bins at Target years and years ago, and just put some holes in it and popped it in there. These you can make yourself. Well, actually, yeah, I did. I sewed up the sides. So it was a file folder that I sewed the sides up and made a pocket out of. Yeah, and then decorated it. Some pheasants, some paint, a map, a little bit of washi. Just fooling around with elements. Just a lot of mishmash of a lot of different things in here. I don't know if this is a yucca or an aloe vera, one or the other, but I thought this vintage photo of this beach was so pretty, so I put those together with just a little bit of paint, and there's a little bit of journaling right there. There's an envelope. I don't think there's anything in there. There might be some journaling in there. A rusted paper clip, postage stamp, another painted page with just a leaf from a botanical and a bird that I fussy cut it out, and a little bit of words here, some word, what do they call those again? Oh, well, they're Tim Holtz words, whatever, from the pads that he sells. And this is a picture of a mushroom that I found on a walk with some stamps, a little poem here that I found in a magazine. I didn't want to cover these up. I thought those were so pretty. I wanted to just leave those as is. A little bit of journaling, another pocket. I think this will, yeah, no, it's not the last one. Envelope with some journaling in it, little quote. An envelope with more journaling, a card. This was actually supposed to be a bookmark, but it was so thick. It just turned out to kind of almost messed up my book. So another image with a rusted paper clip, some stamping. Here we are. Oh, look at that. 2016. So yeah, this is an old journal. Yeah. Some birds. And that's the end. So I'm going to be doing these flip throughs once in a while just to kind of share a little bit of my process. As you can see, this is my process going back quite a while. I've changed things up a little bit, but not really that much. I paint a little bit more now, but yeah. So I hope you like this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and let me know what you think about my journal. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. And until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.